Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. This is Kaylana, aka the Blessed Driver. I hope my video quality is okay. Anyway, so I'm going to do a follow up on Postmates and how things have been going since my last video. Actually, I just did one video since my orientation. Actually, no, I did the orientation video. I apologize, and I did the video on how I was doing the first go round. And so I'm just doing a follow up on what I think about Postmates and how I've been doing so far here in Orlando. Now, keep in mind that depending on the city and the state that you're in, it makes a big difference, and also the demand for the market. So it all depends on where you are, the geographical location, and stuff like that. So this may not be for everybody, and I know that some of you guys may be in a city where or a state where there's a lot of demand for it, very very busy. So this may not be for everybody, but I'm just saying how it went for me since my last video. And so, well, today is Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. So, God bless you all for that. And also, I just wanted to just remind you guys that whenever we do videos, like some of us that do ride sharing or these app-driven companies or whatever, this is based upon how we are experiencing it. So this may not be for everybody, but I just wanted to say that I do like Postmates. I do enjoy driving for them and doing some of the deliveries. However, I just noticed that sometimes the blitzes aren't that long. It's just like almost like Uber, because I drive for them as well. And you may be busy one minute and you may not get as many deliveries. However, I noticed that just like most of these delivery companies, you're more busy on the weekends. Um, and I know that might be hard for some people who just want to work during the week, just like any other job, and then want to have the weekends off. But I would highly suggest that if you are interested in driving for Postmates, that you consider working weekends, of course, at least 1 or 2 days out of the week, or a couple days on the weekends of a month, and then be able to make some income that way. Now, I can't necessarily say how much I make because I have not been driving that long enough to give like an accuracy, but I've been driving for almost a month, not quite a month yet, so far as the date of this video, which is Thanksgiving 2016. So I do okay. And because I also drive for other companies, I don't Postmates isn't like my main source of income. Now I have met other Postmates here locally in Orlando, and they say that they've been doing pretty good. But you have to drive enough to be able to compensate for any gas mileage or anything like that. So you have to continuously drive. Of course, Orlando is not like San Francisco or LA or New York or Oregon, Portland or whatever. We're busy because it's starting to become busier, but it's not as busy as most popular cities and stuff. Not that Orlando isn't, but of course, it depends on the demand and how popular it is. And sometimes if Postmates give out certain type of specials or deals, like a free meal or a free sandwich or something like that, whatever. Now, of course, we're always going to be busy, but I just noticed that whenever there aren't any specials or any free giveaways, then of course, we're not that busy because people want stuff free, which is hard sometimes, especially dealing with marketing and stuff like that. But that's just how it is. But then I think about the difference with Uber or Lyft, of course, the ride sharing companies, but they're not going to give out free rides all the time. So, but there's a need for it. Where it comes to food delivery, there's not necessarily a need, but it's just a desire or a want. So that's how you're able to differentiate how busy it is in your market, because really, you know, uh, food delivery really is not a need unless you're like disabled, you're elderly, you're sick, or whatever the case may be, something major. And of course, you need to have your food delivered. But usually, it's just something that's casual or something that you want to have. But I noticed that usually in the downtown areas or the metropolitan areas or areas that are more well established, I guess you could say, those are the busier areas that I've noticed. And so last Sunday I did okay. I think I drove about 4 total hours or five maybe between 4 and 7. I can't quite remember, but I did about $64, $65, and I did pretty good that day. I think that's what I did. I can't quite remember. I want to say, yeah, I want to say I did about 60 something dollars that day. And so the weekend that I drove, it was last weekend. This past weekend was the Florida Classic, and I'm sure you guys know about the Florida Classic. it was here in Orlando, and so of course I didn't go, but it was very heavily populated, and so I didn't really do any Uber driving either that day or that weekend, and so but I just kind of try to keep myself out of areas where it's just too busy like that. There's a whole bunch of people, which means there's a whole bunch of problems, and so the EDC I did drive Uber for like a day, but I didn't do anything else. I only did like for a couple hours on a Friday night, and that was about it. But some events are good to drive for. But anyway, Postmates is a good company. I like them. They keep you busy. They do keep you busy now. And I know sometimes it might be hard to pick which one you want to do, whether you want to do Postmates or whether you want to do Instacart or Uber or Caviar or DoorDash, like order up. I'm with quite a few. And sometimes I have to decide, okay, well, what am I going to do today? Which one makes me the most money? And things like that. So you kind of have to, pick and choose what you want to do. And so, if you are interested in signing up for driving for Postmates, you can go online and apply. And if you like, you don't have to, but you're more than welcome to enter in my email address, which is right down there at the bottom if you're interested in driving as a referral, which would be very nice. And today I went out to try to drive, but actually I put myself on a schedule for a particular time. But because today is Thanksgiving, it wasn't that busy. I didn't get anything, and I didn't drive. I wasn't out there at the time that I was scheduled for. But sometimes you can still keep your phone on just in case you get, dispatched for a delivery. But most places are closed anyway. So I did something else. I drove around for Uber a little bit, and but I just kind of want to take a break. And so I celebrated Thanksgiving a day early, which was yesterday, with my family because some of them were going back out of town and stuff. So that kind of worked out. But Postmates is good. I've been doing pretty good. And what I like about them is that you get paid almost daily almost because you get paid like for the shift that you did before, like a week before or something like that. So each day you get something in your bank account between Monday through Friday, which I like a lot. So that's why you have to continuously drive, and you have to make sure that you are following your schedule and that you're in the area that they dispatch you at. Because if not, you can end up missing out on some deliveries and stuff like that. But they do require that you keep your score a certain rating in order to be able to stay aboard. So far so good. But I haven't had any major issues. It's just like any other delivery company dealing with parking and sometimes dealing with college students. I think it's a little bit hard because most college students don't tip, and that's where the most of your income is going to come from. Aside of what you would get paid, your rate is your tips. Because I realized that if you don't get tips, you don't get paid much. So, for instance, you can drive somewhere, drop off something, and make $4 or $5, maybe four, and they don't tip. That's all you made. So you spent about 45 minutes for $4. That's hard. But I've had people tip me more than what my delivery cost was, so that was great. But it all depends on the person. It also depends on where you pick up or drop off at. So, but that's just my follow up with Postmates. I enjoy it, and just have to make sure that you're always out there when you're scheduled. Lunch times are busy and dinner times are busy, of course. But on lunch times during the week is really good, and then when it comes towards Friday, between Thursday and Sunday, you're really busy. So depends on the market, depends on where you are, but I give it a thumbs up. So I like Postmates; they're pretty good so far. God bless y'all.